another one.
Man, let me get
You ready to get into
I got
some
my
shit
man
on this
right
one
up in
here?
this
I had to find me up one for this one.
He got
Somebody
something he got to
sent
say.
me, well, it started as a brief conversation online, but somebody ended up sending me a link to a video to ask me what do I think about this, and it's too much to go over in a simple, like, I don't want to type that much with my thumb, like, for real. We gonna get into it though. We definitely gonna get into it. This is about the Mandela Effect right here, and it was interesting. Somebody asked my opinions. I didn't even make it all the way through. I only watched a couple of minutes of the video, so this whole video is gonna be fresh for me. But we're gonna check it out. Let's see what we got going on here.
Logos and quotes. Some of the most cited examples include the Berenstain Bears versus the Berenstein Bears.
All right, now look. When I was little, I remember these books. I remember they was on the Scholastic Book Fair. You could find them anywhere that you would have children's books. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I remember everybody calling it the Berenstain Bears. Like that's how it was pronounced. That's how I've always heard it spoken. I've only paid attention to the actual wording of the books once in my life. And I looked at the book and I said, why the hell does this say the Berenstain Bears? And everybody been telling me, like I've like audibly, word with the words, I've been hearing Berenstain this whole time. But I never really paid attention to the spelling of it except once when I was like, I was either in my late teens or early 20s. And I remember definitely looking and saying, well, damn, that shit says Berenstain, but everyone always said Berenstain. So I never paid attention to the book enough to really remember how it was spelt from back when I was really like learning to read. I was damn near grown, if not grown. Now, if you took a look and noticed, did it change at some point? Who knows? I don't know. I don't. I don't have enough input on this one.
A significant number of people recall the popular children's book series CEIN. Does this indicate I come from? Another is the location of New Zealand. Many remember New Zealand being northeast of Australia instead of its actual southeast position.
So they saying that this is where people thought it was. This picture on the left, and where it really is the picture. You know what? When I was in school, they did not care whether we knew anything from any other part of the globe. I'm telling you straight up. They didn't they didn't place any importance on anything other than the United States of America and like the UK. And even with the UK, they didn't give a shit if we learned the only thing they wanted us to know is where we could give a general location and find London on a map and like Vatican. That is it. That is it. Like for real, I've had several teachers skip over complete chapters, entire portions of books that dealt with South America, Africa, Asia. Yeah, straight up. You got you got brief history from certain specific periods of certain places. But I don't even
Another
know
is the
about this.
iconic line from the Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back.
Now I don't know where people are getting this madness from. Everybody knows that he said, "Luke, I am your father." I don't give a damn what the videos right now in 2024 say. Everybody knows that it said, "Luke, I am your father." He didn't say no damn "No, I'm your father."
Often misquoted
It's not
as
misquoted.
Luke, I am your father.
I don't know what happened. I don't know who made the change. I don't know who authorized the change. But there's been a change. There's been some type of new version pushed out into the world. I don't know what happened. I don't know if there was a writing discrepancy, some editing situations. Who knows? Who knows? But at some point during the production run, because you got to think everything comes out in batches. There was no just one run of the media produced. Every time there's a new VHS, a new DVD, a new MP4, whatever the format is, it happens in batches. At some point, someone changed what edit is being pushed out into production. The old edit was Luke, I am your father. At some point, they switched over to a different edit.
When the actual line is, "No, I am your father." I heard
Erroneous.
Luke, "I am your father." There was no doubt that I heard that. Man's monocle. Many recall the Monopoly mascot.
You know what? I think we was just getting this mixed up with the Planters Peanut guy. I could be wrong, but I think that it was the Planters Peanut man that got the damn monocle. Everybody, I don't know. This a hard one. You never know. Who knows? Who knows? But I know for a very long time he didn't have no monocle. Maybe people just was getting it mixed up. Let me see what else they got here. What's next? Peanut butter?
These examples demonstrate the Mandela. Remember the commercial in my mind where it said Jiffy.
You know what? I think people are getting this mixed up with Jiffy Pop. It's a popcorn that comes in a damn aluminum container, aluminum tray. You put it on top of the stove. Jiffy Pop. I know that the peanut butter was Jif. Now you had another one called Skippy or some shit like that. But you know how I know? Because I remember commercials. That's one thing little kids remember if they was into watching that TV. Commercials. And the commercial always said, choosy moms choose Jif. So yeah, it was Jif. They getting it mixed up with Jiffy Pop or the Skippy peanut butter. But it was Jif. It was definitely Jif. Choosy moms choose Jif.
Another is "We Are the Champions" by Queen. A common
Once again, okay, hold on. Let me let him say what he's
misremembering
about to say.
involves the song ending with the phrase "of the world."
Let me tell you something. This is another example of what I'm saying with the Darth Vader shit. Over time, for different reasons, different contracts change, stipulations change, things get renegotiated. Sometimes different edits have to be put out for one reason or another. And I am certain, beyond any shadow of a doubt, that this song right here finishes with him saying "of the world." And I'm gonna tell you how I know. I didn't grow up with this song. I don't know rock music. All of that shit is brand new to me. The only rock songs I was familiar with is any songs that was associated with a movie that I remember watching as I was growing up. So unless it was on a movie soundtrack or a movie trailer, I don't even know none of these songs. This is one of the first rock songs I got exposed to in my adult life, not even as a youngin'. And the damn song finishes with him singing "of the world." So for someone to try to convince me otherwise is just straight up absurd. I don't have any prior memories to base that off of.
I've sang along to that song and sang that part out loud. Of the world. In reality,
Right there, that's how they do it. Just how he just said. All right, what else we got? Come on with the Mandela. Honestly, all right, with this one here, I wasn't into Star Wars like that. That shit was huge. It was popular when I was little. But first it came out before my time. To be honest, like I wasn't even around. It was already a thing. But I remember the Ewoks. I used to like the Ewoks, and I liked that damn the X Fighter or whatever them shits were. But I'm more familiar with the spoof. I remember the spoof way more than I remember the original Spaceballs with Rick Moranis. But so honestly, I don't know. I don't know if he had a silver leg or not. I wasn't into it enough to try to keep track. So that's another Mandela effect. Have y'all ever heard Nelson Mandela talk? He don't say Mandela cool and shit. He be like Mandela, say it extra strong, Mandela. So if I start saying it like that, it's because I'm high, not because I'm being a jerk. Okay,
including a cornucopia.
this is a good one right here. I can promise you, that Fruit of the Loom had a cornucopia. I don't know. Like at some point, there must have been some shift in the company. There must have been some major shift of premium stocks, some discrepancy in the boardroom. Whatever happened, that logo was changed. But everybody knows, like everybody that was there for it knows, Fruit of the Loom definitely had a cornucopia. I don't know when it changed. Listen, that's the only reason that we even know what a fucking cornucopia is. It's not a fucking term that we use. This shit doesn't come up in regular damn conversation. We have no reason to know what the hell a cornucopia was. It's because of Fruit of the Loom that we were even aware that that exists. So yeah, Mandela.
but it never has. Some non Americans and even a few Americans remember learning that there were 51 or 52 states in the United States.
You know, people just got that backwards. It was 48 states, and then 49 and 50 was the other two, Hawaii and Alaska. And if I mean, I don't know. That's what I remember. That's what I remember being told. But let me tell you, the shit they teach in school changes every fucking 10 years, every 8 years, really. So shit, what you get told and what your nieces and nephews get told, and then what the kids and then like everybody get a different education. None of that shit means anything. It's a bunch of bullshit.
States, though there have always been 50. Another is the Tiananmen Square tank man. There's a
The
widespread
what?
belief that the tank man was run over
Oh, this guy
by
here?
tanks during
Man, look, this shit just comes down to what story you get told by who wants you to believe what. I remember all through my childhood, they told us that that man got ran over, and now as an adult, they're saying that he didn't get ran over.
the 1990s, while her canonization actually occurred
Mother Teresa, I can't tell you when she got canonized because I don't even know nothing about canonization. I don't.
being directly south of India rather than
You know what? I actually do remember the maps put in Sri Lanka like more right here, but but look, maps change. There wasn't no like. Come on now. Anybody that studied any type of history of maps knows that first off, not only do maps change because of accuracies and inaccuracies, but land changes. The earth itself changes. None of this is stationary. None of it just stays the way it is.
southeast as it is geographically located. Another common memory
What
is
else we got?
people have a recollection there is an African country named Mandela, which does not
What?
exist.
I don't know about that.
Another is Kit Kat without a dash. A common memory is that the Kit Kat logo includes a dash.
I don't remember. It seemed like, I mean, it could seem like it's right, dash and dashless. But I can tell you what, if there was a dash, there was more space between it. It wasn't jumbled up like that. If there was a dash, I got a vague memory of either way. But if there was a dash, it wasn't stuck over top. It would have been space between that kit and that cat. That sounds crazy.
Between the kit and the cat, but the
Oh, that's
brand name has never been hyphenated. Or Oscar Mayer versus
my
Oscar
baloney
Mayer.
has a first name. It's Oscar. My baloney has a last name. It's Mayer.
The correct
So,
spelling of the
so I'm guessing that Mayer is what I remember because I tried to sing it with my eyes closed, and yeah, I am singing from muscle memory or just general subconscious memory. So I'm going with Mayer.
famous brand is Oscar Mayer, though many recall it being spelled Meyer. Or Febreze versus Febreze. The air freshener brand is spelled Febreze with one E,
What?
contrary to the common misbelief that it's Febreze with two E's.
Nuh-uh. Hell no. Oh, I gotta put a face in the chat for this. Is it really? Look, I remember Febreze when it came out. I'm not sure about this right here. I don't know. Matter of fact, I don't even want to go into the story. I remember when Febreze first came out, and I seen somebody using Febreze in a very peculiar way. And I'm certain that the one on the left with two, yeah, I don't know. I thought it was really, I thought it was two E's with the Z and no extra E at the end. Yes, this one on the right. I don't know. It seemed like that E is supposed to be on the other side of the Z. I could be wrong.
One for me is the location of the heart. And some people
Are you telling me the heart ain't on the left no more?
remember being taught that the heart is located in the left side of the chest, when in reality it is centrally located, slightly tilted to the left.
You gotta be shitting me. Since the fuck when? All my life, when we was kids, we used to always be like, for real, it's not right in the middle? And they'd be like, no, it's not in the middle. It's on the left. We'd be like, damn, it seemed like it would have been in the middle because everything else seems pretty fucking symmetric. That's what, see, this the shit my cousin was telling me about. That's exactly the shit new humans. Them damn new humans. They doing away with the old information. I'm about to make another face in the chat. Let me find a good one. Got one right there. That's for the new humans. Proceed.
Monica's headgear in Friends.
What the
A
fuck is
specific
that?
episode where Monica wears a turkey on her head is sometimes recalled
Monica.
with her wearing sunglasses.
I never saw this, so I can't even tell you.
Something I remember. This movie, The Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, hold up. This my movie right here. Now I haven't watched it enough times to really have every part locked in my memory, but I definitely, this was one of my movies that I liked. So let me see what they got to say about this.
Misquote is Hannibal Lecter saying, "Hello, Clarice." When he first meets Clarice Starling, the actual line is "Good morning."
No, it ain't. It ain't no damn good morning. Come on, man. I've spent years of my life making fun of that name because of that movie. Like every time I meet a girl named Clarice, I'm like, Clarice. Hello, Clarice. I've been saying that shit for years, so I know he said it. Because why else would I have been saying that shit so many times? That's one of my favorite things to do is to creep Clarice's out. I'm like, Clarice. You still see the lambs, don't you, Clarice? When you're asleep, you can hear them. You can hear them screaming, can't you, Clarice? If y'all don't know that movie, I probably sound crazy as shit right now.
Curious George's tail. Many people remember Curious George having a tail, which he uses to swing.
Are you telling me Curious George didn't have a tail? Really? I'm not saying he did, but I'm just saying, why would the monkey not have a damn tail?
A notable number of Pokemon fans remember Pikachu having a black tip.
Hold up. If they're about to tell me Pikachu didn't have a, this is too much for me. Now we're starting to go off as the fucking La La Land over here.
At the end of its tail. The tail has always been yellow except for a brown base in some depictions.
Unbelievable. You know what? I'm not going for it. I ain't falling for this. This shit is tomfoolery right here. Let me tell you something. I'm not even into Pokemon. I'm not even into it. But I specifically remember drawing a Pikachu. I drew the Pikachu just because I wanted something different than what I usually like to draw. Like I was looking for something out of my comfort zone, out of what I'm familiar with. And I wanted to choose something that was from pop culture. That way, at least I can get some honest feedback from other people. And I drew a Pikachu. I'm certain I used a real reference as a reference source. This was when I'm talking about. This was years ago. This not even recent. This is a while ago. I know that the Pikachu I drew had a damn black tail, just like that. So where would I get that from? Where would I just randomly make that up from? I wouldn't have just included a black tail for no reason if I'm basing my drawing off of a reference. So yeah, something's wrong there.
Another is Henry VIII's portrait with a turkey leg. There's a widespread belief in a
Are they about to tell me now that he didn't have that big ass damn drumstick in his hand?
portrait of Henry VIII holding a turkey leg, symbolizing his gluttony. No such portrait exists.
Hey, look, you gotta be shitting me. Look, I don't give a damn whether it was to symbolize gluttony or symbolize his love for all things that fly. It don't matter. But what we're not gonna do is pretend as though there was never a damn portrait pushed to us in mass of him holding that big ass fucking drumstick from bedrock, pterodactyl wings and shit.
Another belief is that the Lindbergh baby kidnapping was
Don't even know this.
never solved, and in fact, the baby was found deceased and the kidnapper was later apprehended and executed. Even though there may be questions about that, many people remember that.
Yeah, I don't even know about the Lindbergh baby kidnapping. So this is beyond me. Who knows? What we got
They
next?
believed that the Brontosaurus never existed and was a mistake made by paleontologists.
Brontosaurus.
This belief was corrected, and the Brontosaurus is again recognized as a distinct genus, but confusion persists due to changing classifications over time. Some individuals recall
What in the world is he talking about?
Arctica at the North Pole, despite it never having been recognized as such in modern times. Another is the location of the Disney World castle. Visitors and viewers
the North Pole?
remember individuals recall learning about a continent named Arctica, similar to Antarctica at the North Pole.
Hold on. Hold up. This is too much for me. I might have to end the stream and just break this down into parts of series. Bro, are they now saying that there is no Arctica? Listen, this ain't a Mandela effect. This is just another clear example of textbooks being changed. You know, every year they come out with a new edition, right? Like history books have new editions, so it changes. They just simply change curriculum. That's all. But that's not a damn Mandela effect. That's just a change in what they teach. It happens all the time. But yes, they used to teach us that the opposite of Antarctica is Arctica. I used to. That's another thing when we was kids. When I was little, we used to just like make jokes about that shit because it sounded so funny to us. It sounded so. It sounded lazy and unoriginal. Like you couldn't come up with something better than Arctica and Antarctica, and they both on polar opposites.
Despite it never having been recognized as such in modern times.
You see what he
Another
said?
is the
Says never been recognized as such in modern times. We talking about the 1900s, people.
location of the Disney World castle. Visitors and viewers remember the Cinderella castle as being located at the entrance of the Magic Kingdom, whereas it's actually situated further into the park.
No, it's not at the entrance. That don't even make sense. It's down. It's down the walkway. So like, no, you got to go to there. So yeah, when you enter the thing, everything down that walk down Main Street is your build up to going towards the Magic Castle Kingdom, whatever it is. It
Another
wasn't at the entrance.
specifically related to brands and logos is
Well, who the
Skechers.
hell
The
knows?
correct spelling of the shoe brand is
I don't know.
Skechers without a T.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell you what the hell Skechers is. I don't know. The T, honestly, the one I just saw with the T seemed like it was too many letters.
Without the plural S, though many remember it otherwise.
Okay, now
Or
that's
the
funny.
double stuffed Oreo.
That's funny because with Cheez Its, I don't remember it having a Z at the end or S. I remember just being Cheez It, but everyone would call it Cheez Its. People would put that extra S on it. So that thing that's interesting because now that they show me a visual, like look, now that they put it right there where I could see the difference, they both look right. They both seem like they could be. That's fucking funny. As far as double stuff, and none of it makes sense to me because it's double stuff. When I first, I'm not even into Oreos. When I first heard about Oreo double stuff, I thought it was Stuffed, like stuffed, like we double stuffed it. But so I've only seen it as duff. I don't know which damn stuff it is with one F. Is it the one with one F? Because I remember it just looking stupid to me. But I'm not an
Double
Oreo
stuffed with
man,
one F.
so who knows? Maybe, maybe not. What's this? Oh, hold up.
This time, when in fact he died in 2012. I can't really. People don't recall Neil Armstrong's death and think that he has been alive all this time.
No, he died.
When in fact he died in 2012.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I can't really do an episode on the Mandela Effect.
Oh my goodness, man, this music in his background, I don't like
without discussing the Sinbad movie from the 1990s. A significant number of people remember seeing a movie starring the comedian Sinbad.
Hey, let me tell you, House Guest is hilarious. You want to have a good time? Turn on Sinbad's movie House Guest with him and Phil Hartman. Hilarious. And then he was also in that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. It's a holiday movie. The damn thing where he was looking for the Turbo Man toy. Sinbad was the wacky ass postman. Talking about some funny shit.
As a genie called Shazam in the 90s, which
I just told my homeboy like a month or two ago that Sinbad said he was never in no damn movie called Shazam. And this guy gonna tell me, I don't give a damn what Sinbad said. I'm looking at the movie poster right now on my phone. Alright, sure.
does not exist. The confusion might stem from the movie Kazam with Shaquille O'Neal, but I remember this movie in particular with Sinbad in it. Many people recall Looney Tunes, spelled...
What is this shit? I don't know which one it is. I don't know what type of
T-O-O-N-S.
It seemed like it would make more sense to be T-O-O-N-S, but hey, if it's T-U-N-E-S, maybe it is. I really don't remember.
T-U-N-E-S.
How long is this video?
Another one that's still weird.
This is a 30-minute video, and I've only made it through 13. When I hit 15 minutes on here, I'm going to cut this short and save the rest for a part 2.
Me out is in the Disney classic Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Many recall the evil queen saying, "Mirror, mirror on the wall."
All my life, it's been mirror, mirror on the wall.
When the line actually is magic mirror on the wall. I know for sure she says mirror, mirror on the wall. I have no doubt about that.
Wow.
Many people recall Rodin's The Thinker statue.
Yeah.
With a clenched fist to the forehead. However, the statue actually depicts the thinker with his hand under his chin. A widely reported Mandela effect is that Mona Lisa's smile used to be more pronounced than it is now, suggesting a change in the painting.
No, it was not more pronounced. No. Her ass was not smiling back in the day. Now, all of a sudden, Mona Lisa got this fucking smirk that she never had. But I'm not convinced that some of these paintings, we may have never seen the real painting. Every painting have duplicates of it on purpose. And then you have the damn copies that people like. You got different levels of duplicates and copies. Some man, let me tell you, that girl ain't never had that damn smirk she got on her face now.
Painting's expression over time. One of the craziest is Ed McMahon, who was the co-host of The Tonight Show. He was always talking about Publishers Clearinghouse, but he was actually never a spokesperson for Publishers Clearinghouse.
No, that's just crazy.
There are just so many more, and I'm sure that I've forgotten some. And please,
people don't even
share
remember that Publishers Clearinghouse.
Your own Mandela experiences in the comments. Come back to this whenever you see one.
Was officially linked
whenever
up
you
with
notice
the Publishers
something.
Clearinghouse.
Let this be a collective place where we can share.
Definitely was linked up. Man, damn, I can't. That's more Mandela effects than I can even keep up with right now. Damn, that's just crazy. Yeah, we're gonna have to wrap this up in a part 2. This gonna be Mandela part 1. Damn, I gotta stop and process some of this. I didn't even know it was that many. Hold on, let me do the peekaboo right quick. Boom, there it is, and I'm out.